So now we are going up to a Columbarium in the Taoist Temple. Since today I'm going up for a personal visit, so I will have some chance to show all my students about what are the short, how do you get a typical landform, a typical textbook landform on the white tiger and also the green dragon. So for a Columbarium placement, a lot of things that we need to look out for, and the first and foremost is different from a young house feng shui or from residential feng shui, in which that you have to look for the landform surrounding the Columbarium. That's the most important, because once you're in the Columbarium itself, it's shared by so many different people. So the landform itself is very important, because once it's placed inside, it's fixed and it's non-movable, as compared to residential feng shui that you have the person moving in and out of the home most of the time. So, and then there are people that often ask me questions about whether we need to have a Columbarium, whether you need to audit the feng shui. Actually you do, because once a person is passed away, you still have, once it's cremated, you still have about 30% of the feng shui that is affecting your next generation. So there are two types of people that don't need to have audit for their Columbarium. One is that you don't have any children, or you don't have any later generations. That means you are single until the day you die. So you do not need the Columbarium audit for Columbarium, because it doesn't affect anyone once you pass away. So the second type of people are those that once they're cremated, their ashes are being thrown into the sea. So therefore, they also don't need any type of feng shui audit. So we are going for this Taoist Temple. The Columbarium itself is located behind the big Guan Yin statue in Penang. So it is one of the best sites that I've seen for Columbarium, even in compared to other states in Malaysia. Because for some of the parks, the memorial parks that are existing here in Malaysia, is that we have those, we call those faraway dragons, Yun San Long Fu. So for this one, we have Kan San Long. So for Kan San Long means the closed dragon veins. So for closed dragon veins, it is good because it affects immediately your children, as compared to Yun San Long Fu. Because for Yun San Long Fu, you need to bury your, most important is to have your ancestors, because it takes it affects a few generations of people. For the modern day, in our modern day life, especially in current generation, more because of the time pace of our lives, most people, I would say, would be looking for a closed dragon formation, because those are the ones that can affect them immediately. If you have an outer one, that means it will affect your grandchildren. Not so much it will help you, but it will help your grandchildren. And the difference between for young house feng shui and Ying house feng shui is that Ying house feng shui is that it doesn't affect you at all, because you are already dead. You are only leaving a legacy of helping your children and also your grandchildren in terms of their coming destiny, in terms of their luck. And it is one of the unselfish acts that a person can do for their own family, because you can leave money for your children, but if they don't have the luck, the supporting luck, they may squander it even within their own generation, not even leaving up to your grandchildren. And compared to Columbarium, and also for in-house land feng shui, for burial feng shui, it is more difficult to find nowadays due to our advancement of in terms of Malaysia. We have a rapid development in each of the town, so it is very rare to find good ones, even in memorial parks. If for those good ones, I mean those that are 80 to 90 marks and above in my assessment. So for normal cases, it's easy to find, but for really high cases, it's really hard. So for this Columbarium, there are a lot of things for those beginners can learn about, because a lot of times people learn feng shui and they go up to a site, even their own neighborhood, they can't even distinguish whether which one is the white tiger, which one is the green dragon, and how the formation is supposed to look like. Especially in the city, when you can only have buildings as your green dragon and tigers, and oftentimes the heights are not ideal heights. And for this site, it happens to be ideal, and when we don't have to climb all the way up to the mountain, it is there just in plain view.